Where are the balloons? Where is the parade? Why is no one celebrating? We just took down a primal. That's a big deal.
I'm the one that took out Ifrit. I don't remember you doing anything to help. Donald?
I can give credit where it's earned. Obama, go ahead and call your daughters. Tell them that they finally have a reason to be proud of their daddy.
Damn, Don, that was just brutal.
That was a compliment, Joe. I imagine after the last few years in office, you've forgotten what they sound like, though.
It's just going to be one of those days today. But
Again, I'm asking, where is the celebration? We might have 99 problems, but Ifrit ain't one. Why does everyone look like we're mourning the dead instead of praising us for a job well done?
ironically, it's because they are mourning the dead.
What did, Barack? Didn't we save everyone by defeating that primal?
That's what we thought. But you remember when Ifrit spewed? The blue fire on everyone, and the others started acting weird, almost praising Ifrit, like he was their primal too.
That you mentioned it, I do sort of remember that, but I wasn't paying much attention because Donald was having a pity party and cursing a bunch.
Let's not open that door again. To the point, though, it seems that blue fire was meant to temper all of us, turn everyone into thralls for Ifrit. It did not work on us because we have the echo.
That lame superpower that lets us see into the past.
Yes, but also it saved us from being tempered. That's why we had to fight the primal, because we couldn't be made into a thrall.
So what? We stomped Ifrit's face into a mud hole. So that means there's no more primal to be a thrall to and everyone is saved. Why are they all so morbid?
Because that isn't how it works, Donald. It seems that once a person is tempered to worshiping a primal, they will forever belong to that primal. Even defeating Ifrit doesn't change that, because the lizard men could still summon him again. And any tempered thralls will be motivated to help them.
Oh, well, that's not good.
So what do they do with the people who got tempered?
That's why everyone is upset. They're going to have to put them to the sword, as it were. There's no cure for being tempered, no hope to save them, and they'll become a risk to their own nation and families now. The only solution is death.
That's really awful, terrible, in fact. And that could have been us if not for the echo.
That's right. Somehow the echo protects us from being tempered.
Of course it does. It's the single greatest superpower to exist, and that's why we have it. Because we're Joe Obama Trump, and we're the ones who will make Eorzea great again.
Well, that was a fast turnaround.
Don's favorite food must be the McGriddle because it's got a waffle for the bread.
McGriddles are pancakes, Sleepy Joe. At least do your research before you make these terrible dad jokes. Who are these people barging in now? What do they want? Where are the Secret Service?
This is a video game world. Donald, there's no Secret Service here.
Well, that's a mistake just waiting to happen. Who are these people and what do they want?
I believe they're officers for each of the three nations' military branches.
Yes, the armed forces protecting America. The police force, as it were, defending the citizens and keeping the riffraff out. Civil service is truly the greatest service of all.
Why are they here, Barack?
They're here for us, it seems.
What? No. Fuck the police. Run. Run now. Obama. There's no way I'm going back to the Kit Kat again. It's bad enough Crooked Joe has me going to court every week in real life. I'm not spending another night clapped in the trap here in Eorzea.
I'm just going to point out that you created all of your own problems. You wouldn't be in court on the regular if you weren't a convicted criminal.
Everyone calm down. They're not here to arrest Donald. They're here because they're excited that it took out Ifrit. It seems all three nations want us to enlist and join their military to protect their nation's interests. We're essentially the premier free agents.
Finally, someone recognizing our greatness. It took long enough. Since we're here to save Eorzea, why don't we just join all three?
I don't think it works that way, Don. This is really one of those game mechanics where they want you to make a choice, and each option offers slightly different rewards or story branches.
Then let's refuse. We're here for all of Eorzea, not just some of it.
Don't think that is an option either. Seems instead, they want us to go watch a speech from each leader to get an idea of the differences between the three nations and then pick one.
Fine, but I'm already using my veto power to say no to Gridania.
Only the current president has veto power, Don. Sorry.
Speaking of Gridania, though, we'll be heading there first.
Oh, great. Well, at least we can get the lame fest out of the way fast.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you
Look
can't
at these
step
people.
without stumbling
They're
over
having a
them.
political rally in a grass field in the middle of what they call a city. A city that's just a big plot of underdeveloped huts in the middle of the woods. These aren't real people. They're a bunch of fairies who wish they'd been born as trees. I wouldn't be surprised if they all get married to plants here. What a bunch of herbivores.
That's not what herbivore means, and please stop talking. I want to listen to the speech.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the elder seed seer.
Why is this young person talking to me? Go away, child. I don't work for Mr. Beast. I have no interest in people your age. I only care about people old enough to vote for me.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. To compound our woes,
Wait, I recognize these two. Where did we see them before? Were they on the boat at the very beginning of the game?
Now that I think of it, you're right, Joe. They were.
I'm not a big fan of your brain, Sleepy Joe, but I can't help but be curious how your brain must be wired that you can't remember the name of your daughter, but you can recall these minuscule details from the game.
I'm pretty sure that you're confusing me with you now. No, and I've never once forgotten Ashley's name, I think. But you can't even remember how many daughters you have. You talk about Ivanka all the time, sure, but do you realize that Tiffany's your child, too?
Of course, I talk about Ivanka all the time. She's probably the hottest woman in the entire world. It'd be criminal not to talk about how stunningly gorgeous my daughter is.
Creepiness of that whole quote aside, I can't help but notice you again forgot Tiffany.
Whatever. Can we all agree that we're not going to join Gridania and move on?
If it will shut you up, fine. Next stop is Limsa Laminsa.
Brothers and sisters of the sea.
She is literally a chisel goddess. If Cuckoo Kamala looked like the Admiral, even I would consider voting for her.
So if she were white.
That's not what I said. I meant her figure, her strength. She's very powerful looking, bigly powerful looking. She has to be the strongest leader of the three.
We still haven't seen the leader of Oda, I believe, only their general.
That's right. We've yet to meet their Sultan.
That's true. And given how fierce and scarred their beefcake of a military commander is, I bet that their Sultan must be an absolute monster of a man. Perhaps even on par with someone like myself, Donald J. Trump. True strength.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
Here's those kids again. Seems they know an awful lot about what's going on in each of the nations in their history. Makes me wonder just who exactly they are.
No one cares who they are. Look at them. Not only are they children, they look more scrawny and frail than Grandpa Joe here. I bet if we sneezed on them, they'd snap in half and fly away too. Actually, now that I think of it, are these some of your grandkids, Joe?
Don, they're characters in a game. They can't be related to me, you idiot.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Finally, we get to Ul'dah. I'm excited to see this Sultan. Look at that man, Joe. He's like if you had spent your entire life lifting weights instead of lifting regulations on fentanyl crossing the border.
where he looks like you. If you've done anything in your life that you constantly praise yourself for, instead of eating Big Macs after a round of golf every day.
There are the kids again. I'm really starting to think that they're going to be important.
Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Did you hear that, Sleepy Joe? Eorzea is all about wealth, money, power, and glory through riches. I haven't even seen their Sultan yet, and I already feel confident we need to join Eorzea. They understand the value of money.
And personally, I'm not a huge fan of any of the three, which is not to say I don't like them either. I just really didn't care less, I guess.
Oh, I think we're going to finally see the leader of Eorzea.
Finally, let's see who this super strong... What? What the hell? A potato child. How is a potato child leading the richest, greatest, strongest nation in the world?
Given that the strongest and greatest nation in the real world has spent the last 8 years governed by a narcissistic orange and a half-dead stalk of cauliflower. I don't really think Eorzea is all that surprising.
Thank you for watching the video, our video. Be sure to slap the like and subscribe buttons if you want to help make Eorzea great again. Slap them hard. Very, very hard.